Hello and good evening, everybody. My name is Connor Palick here with my partner Brady Hanson. We are here at Youngker High School, the home of the Rough Riders, as they play host to the Verrado Vipers today in a 5A Desert West matchup. Brady, should be a good one for us today.
Yeah, exactly. It's Verrado's first regional matchup this year, and two teams looking to break their losing streaks here in this one as Youngker played the rare Saturday morning game earlier this past week due to the rainout of Thursday's game, and fortunately they lost that one by a score of 9-1, and Verrado coming off a brutal 16-1 loss against Lake Havasu at home in that one, but so far on the road, they're 2-0 this season, so that's something to look out for in this one.
Yeah, looking to keep the road start hot to begin the year, as Verrado is led by head coach Rick Skinner. He will be managing them today. And on the other side, the head coach is Hank Garcia for the Youngker High School Rough Riders. On the mound today for Youngker is number 16, Derek Lindley. He will be both pitching as well as hitting for himself in the 6-hole. And Lindley's been pretty good so far this year. He's 1-1 with 3.15 and 20 innings, 17 strikeouts, so pretty respectable numbers for him.
Yeah, and on the other side of the game, too, with the Twig, he's been doing pretty well as well. In his last game on Saturday, he went 1 for 2 with a single and reach on an error, but on that error, he did get the lone RBI for the Youngker team, so look for him to be a source of offense for the game as well.
Yeah, so in that 6-hole, he's going to be pretty important for them. And then on the other side, the starting pitcher for the Verrado High School Vipers is going to be, Braxton Buer. Sorry about that. He will also be hitting, so both guys hitting in their own spots. He'll be hitting in the 5 slot for the Verrado Vipers as they begin announcing starting lineups here as we prepare for the anthems.
And great baseball weather here out in Buckeye. Lights coming on right now. Bit overcast, but good breeze rolling in, blowing out towards right field. We saw that on Saturday morning as well, so look for that to play a factor in the game. But always a great time getting to come out to the ballpark and play under the lights.
Yeah, the lefties will be searching for that short porch with the wind helping the ball carry for them. But as you mentioned, nice day of baseball. Not many teams, I feel like, have the under the lights here in Arizona, so it's nice to be able to have an evening game as the weather warms up. As the home team begins announcing their lineup.
Batting third, number 7, Isaac Valencia.
As it seems every player has a handshake with one of their assistant coaches.
Batting fifth, number 1, Nolan Rivera.
And so far, only one umpire here tonight. Not sure if his partner's on the way or not, but that could play a factor in some big calls tonight.
Yeah, the last game we covered here on Saturday, there was some umpire controversy. Only 2 umpires on the crew, and a couple calls that the two teams both were questioning, and so with one might increase those questionable calls here today. But we'll see how it plays out. We don't know, obviously, how it's going to go until it goes. So.
As we prepare for the anthem here now, we'll be right back.
And gentlemen, please remove your caps.
I'm Colby Milterberger from Arizona State University, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm with Verrado's varsity head baseball coach, Coach Skinner. Coach, you haven't had a game in over a week. Do you have any concerns about rust or just being out of rhythm in this game tonight?
Yeah, it's always a concern. You always like to go into a game, haven't, playing recently. But, you know what, unfortunately, we couldn't help that situation. But we got some good practices in, so I feel good where we're at.
Coach, you're also coming off a 15-run loss. What are you looking to clean up from that game defensively tonight?
Everything. You name it. We had a poor game. We didn't show up to play, but I think we learned from it, and I'm confident to think that won't happen again.
Well, thank you, and good luck tonight, Coach. I'm Colby Milterberger, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm Colby Milterberger from Arizona State University reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm with Younker's catcher Riley Cartano. Riley, you guys are coming off a couple of losses last week. Is there anything you guys are looking to clean up in this game tonight?
Just getting the bats going. The games we've lost, we haven't been putting the bats, and pitching has been there. But if we get to hitting, then we'll get the win. Yeah.
Has there been anything this week that you and the pitcher have been working on that you're looking to see this week?
Nothing different. We're not changing anything. He's been dominant, Derek. He's been dominant. He's been lights out for us. But we're not changing nothing. We're just coming into like another game.
Well, thank you and good luck tonight. Stay in the game with all things high school and college sports by following us on Instagram and X. Hit that follow button to never miss a play. I'm Colby Milterberger reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. All right, thank you.
Welcome back, everybody, as Derek Lindley takes the mound and begins throwing his warm-up pitchers to his battery mate, number 24, Riley Cartano, who will be leading off for the Rough Riders in the bottom half of this inning. What do you expect to see out of Lindley here today?
I expect him to attack the zone early and often. We saw a lot of control issues on Saturday and some issued walks that shouldn't have been issued. And so getting Lindley to attack the zone often and early will be the key to success here. And, maybe mix in the fastball a bit. Get the fastball working soon, and then you can throw in the off-speed, catch him off balance, out in front, get ground balls early in the game.
Yeah, always good to get ahead of the count early on in the game, establish the zone, make the umpire give you a little bit of favor later on in the game. And for the Vipers, leading off the game will be number 12, Aaron Gutierrez, who it's been a slow start to the year for him today, or so far. Only 3 for 21 coming into today, but he's looking to turn things around.
Yeah, and this is a great opportunity. The first regional game, no better way to start off your season or your regional season by breaking out of a slump.
Yeah, these are when the games really start to matter, is when you get into that region play. And we are all ready for first pitch here as Lindley takes the mound, and he will turn and fire to Gutierrez. And the first pitch will be tapped just behind the mound. And a nice play over there from third baseman Rivera. Nolan Rivera charges and fields the chopper, fires on over to David Molina at first base. And 1 pitch, 1 out early on for Lindley.
Yeah, and that's a great play by Rivera. It's a third baseman. When you're charging in on those high choppers, they're going to come in slow. The leadoff hitter is going to be quick. So to be able to field that and get it out of his glove, throw it across the diamond to get the play, what a great job there.
Yeah, well done as Lindley fires and misses just outside to the 2-hole hitter, number 3, Nolan Rysel. And he's been pretty good for them so far. One of their better hitters early on this year for the Vipers, as Rysel is now up 2-0 in the count. And the 2-0 is in there from Lindley. Nice pitch at the top of the zone.
Yeah, nice get me over fastball there.
And Rysel will take once again, and it'll be evened up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good job from Lindley to recover after falling behind. And the 2-2, he blows by a fastball up and in. Rysel can't catch up. And a nice, quick start to the game for Lindley. 2 up and 2 down.
Yeah, great job of sequencing there. He stayed kind of on the outer half of the zone, that whole at bat, and then comes in, pumps the fastball up and in to get him to chase for strike 3.
And in steps the 3-hole hitter, number 14, Colton Zacher for the Vipers, who takes ball 1 off the plate. And Zacher's been on a tear to start the year, hitting .368 and leading the team in RBIs as he chops that one foul towards the Youngker dugout. The 1-1 from Lindley misses up and in. About the same spot where he just blew the fastball by for the strikeout last at bat, but with only 1 strike, not as tempting there. As that ball is put in play, it's dropping fast, but it will be caught by the left fielder, Damian Macias, and a quick 1-2-3 inning to begin the day for Lindley. Not much you can ask for if you're the Youngker coach. As we will be right back after the short break. Welcome back as we get ready for the bottom half of the first inning here. Braxton Burr will be on the mound for the Verrado Vipers, number 5. He's thrown 11 innings so far this season, has a 3.28 or 82 ERA, excuse me. The left-hander will get things going here. To the leadoff hitter, the catcher, Riley Carteño. Carteño dripped out in all pink accessories. I like the look, as he will take the first pitch called for a strike from Burr. Burr shakes off the sign from the catcher. Gets what he wants and delivers. And also a slow chopper from Carteño. Burr athletically gets off the mound and makes a nice play there to fire on the first, fielding his position well.
Yeah, kind of a swinging bunt there. Buer just able to quickly get off the mound, barehand it, and toss over to first. Good awareness to know of the streaking Carteño down the line and get that just as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Burr gets in the zone on both pitches to start the day. So he might be trying to do what the pitcher for Youngker Lindley did, which is go 1-2-3 as he misses, or excuse me, that was a cold strike. My apologies, to get ahead in the count once again. As that one will be fouled straight back from the 2-hole hitter, number 2, Jeremiah Garcia, who quickly falls behind 0-2. As Burr will deliver. And that one misses up and away for his first ball of the game, as he is living in the strike zone so far.
Yeah, look for him to drop an off speed in the dirt here.
It was an off speed, but he backdoors it nicely and gets a called strike there, as Garcia just watches that one drop in. A nice pitch there from Buer.
Yeah, and everybody's going to talk about that strikeout pitch, but nobody's going to talk about that setup pitch. That up and away fastball is really what sets up that backdoor curveball to drop in there like that without a swing.
Yeah, it just goes off that same tunnel as Buer drops another hook in to start the 3-hole hitter, number 7, Isaac Valencia, but it was low and in for ball 1. As it looked like another off speed there from Buer, but that one also missed low, and Valencia gets ahead 2-0.
This is where you know a fastball's coming.
And it did, and it seemed like he was on it. He fouled it straight back, but just a little bit underneath. He was waiting for the 2-0 heater, though. Burr delivers another fastball, and this one will be popped up over the third base dugout to even up the count 2-2. All 2s across the scoreboard here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Buer will deliver to Valencia. And the foul tip, I believe that's a foul ball. He's running, but I believe he made contact. Yeah, the ump-led umpire does say foul ball, which I believe is the correct call.
Yeah, but you always want to run those out just in case the umpire didn't see it. It's you get to that 2-strike territory, you see the ball in the dirt, barely tips it, so you don't know. You just got to run just in case. You never want to get caught looking like a fool.
Yeah, can't be too safe. I mean, it's rather he's safe at first than walking back to the dugout, getting tagged by the catcher, having no idea what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-2 once again. This one's chopped over to the second baseman, who charges in and fires the first. A nice play there from Ethan Williams to retire the side as both pitchers go 1-2-3 to start the game. We'll be right back after this break.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
for the second inning as Derek Lindley steps back onto the mound. A quick 10-pitch first for him. Let's see if he could keep the efficiency going, as he will throw first to number 29, Bodie Acton, to lead off this top half. And that one misses just down and away. Nice spot, though, from Lindley.
Looked like a changeup off the hands, getting it on the low outside corner. That's right where you want to put one.
As the 1-0, he will dot on the outside corner. Nice fastball there from number 16.
Yeah, good job here by Lindley so far to establish the outside corner.
And the 1-1, looked like he might have made a mistake there with the changeup, but Acton takes it, and he's behind in the count, 1-2. This one's popped down the left field line. There's room, and a good attempt there from Meneses, but he can't quite haul it in. Bounces in and out of the glove, and it'll just be a foul ball. Count will remain 1-2.
Yeah, Macias almost had that one there. That's a tough play for the left fielder to make, though. And even the third baseman, Rivera, running out there trying to make that play. It's foul territory. You got two runners, both in a full sprint going after it. It is the left fielder's ball, but a tough play regardless.
As this one is now grounded over to the second baseman, Verrado, who will fire over to first and retire the leadoff man. Good job there from Lindley to not let the drop pop-up get in his head, just go right back at him and get the ground ball.
Yeah, and Lindley doing a good job early of letting his defense get involved. He's not trying to do all of it by himself, not overthrowing, trusting in his pitches, and letting the defense do the work.
As in steps the pitcher, Braxton Burr, an aardvark here hitting righty and throws left-handed, as the 1-0 is popped foul to even the count up now. Lindley working real efficiently right now. No hesitation between pitches. As a nice changeup there, gets us way out in front swing from Burr, and Lindley once again ahead in the count.
Those are the swings you love to see as a pitcher, too.
As this one is popped down the right field line, and nobody will have a play, just drops harmlessly as Burr fights that one off.
Yeah, Carroll was in a full sprint trying to get to that one, and it fell about a couple feet short of him, and not even a full extension dive could have gotten him there. So
Yeah.
Tough play all around.
You do like to see the hustle, though, if you're the Youngker head coach, Hank Garcia. As Lindley steps right back up and delivers. And a nice piece there from the pitcher, Burr, laces that one into center. And we have our first base runner and hit of the ball game.
Yeah, and that's just a great piece of two-strike hitting. Down to in the count, just got to choke up on the bat, shorten your swing, just poke it to the outfield, and that's exactly what he did. Got a pitch over the middle, poked it towards center field for the base hit, and we got our first runner of the game.
Yeah, a pinch runner there for the pitcher. It will be number 7, Zach Murmis. As stepping into the box now is number 13, Ronald Urquiola. As we get to see our first action of a pitcher in the stretch. And Lindley misses that one way high. The 1-0 now from Lindley. Misses in on the hands. And Lindley falling behind now after the Vipers forced him into the stretch for the first time today.
And a really good pitch on the inside there, just missed.
As a 2-0, he goes right back to that same spot, gets it where he wanted it, and it's off the fist there of Urquiola. And it is a 2-1 count now.
Those jammed swings offer so much as a pitcher. He can go inside, outside, really fool him here.
As a ball is popped up down the right field line, the right fielder, Matthew Carroll, will be camped under it and retire Urquiola for the second out of this inning.
Yeah, and like I said, just great piece of pitching. Got him to jam on the inside, fooled him with the outside pitch, and all Urquiola could do is just poke it to right field and do his best to try and get it enough down the line, but right to Carroll there and right.
And stepping in now will be number 8, Braden Marchese. As the first pitch from Lindley is fouled straight back. As Lindley comes set, he will fire. And Marquise fouls this one straight back once again, and quickly behind in this count 0-2. The 0-2 from Lindley to Marquise. That one just misses high. Good take there, and an 0-2 count. Pretty bold one. Never know if the umpire is going to ring you up, but he gets the favorable call. As the runner takes off from first base, pitch misses outside. Throw from the catcher is there, but a high tag, I believe, will have number 7, Mermis, in with a stolen base. A nice throw there from Carteno, but the tag seemed a little high, and it'll be a stolen base.
Yeah, great pop, great tag. Just Garcia held the ball a little too high there instead of immediately dropping the glove down once he got it, but 2-2 count. Lindley will look to put away Marquise right here.
He delivers and misses inside. So after getting ahead 0-2, Marquise quickly works it back to a full count. The payoff now from Lindley is lined in the left center gap. That ball will get down and be extra bases, and Mermis will come around to score the first run of the ball game. A great at-bat there from Marquise, and get the Verrado Vipers on the board 1-0 here in the top half of the second. A 2-out RBI.
Yeah, and that stolen base proved to be costly right there. The full count, great at-bat there by Marquise, and gets the pitch he likes in the full count, ropes it to the left center gap, and runner comes all the way around to score to give the Vipers an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, you have to think about the missed opportunity there with the tag from Gutierrez that allowed the inning to continue, as Lindley gets ahead of number 1, Eli Beble, who will be hitting in the 8-hole for the Vipers today. The 0-1 is fouled back and quickly behind 0-2. Lindley trying to minimize the damage here in the top half of the second, as he misses that way high as it moves to 1-2.
Yeah, look for the breaking ball here, setting it up with that high fastball.
Lindley fires. This one's popped up in foul territory. Third baseman Nolan Rivera was the only one who had a look at it, but that one will fall, and it will remain a 1-2 count. Lots of foul ground here at Youngker High School. Room for some pretty amazing plays in foul territory today.
Yeah, if the ball hangs up long enough, the players are able to get over to it, we could see some great highlight plays in this large foul territory area.
As the sun begins to peek through the clouds here, the 1-2 from Lindley, he will actually turn and just move Marquise back to second base. Now the 1-2. Misses outside to even up the count at 2-2. Lindley trying to win the battle here and get his team back into the dugout. As this ball is lined through the hole, the second baseman was holding the runner on. Marquise will come around third, and he will score as the right fielder Carroll bobbled it out there. And back-to-back 2-out base hits will get the Vipers a 2-0 lead here in the top of the second.
Yeah, and both of them coming with 2 strikes as well. So the Vipers hitters have been doing a great job at protecting the plate of 2 strikes and putting the ball in play, forcing the defense to make a play. And they've been doing a great job at finding the gap so far and being able to get those runners home.
Yeah, both guys. Lindley got ahead of 0-2, then threw a few balls to even the count and even fall into a full count to Marquise. and it proved costly as an early deficit here for the Youngker Rough Riders. Stepping in now will be number 23, Ethan Williams, hitting in the 9 spot. Trying to turn over the order as the umpire calls time. On deck man Gutierrez back in the 1 spot as Lindley comes, sets, and delivers and gets in the zone once again for another first pitch strike. The one from Lindley is fouled straight back, and once again up 0-2 on another hitter down here at the bottom of the Viper order.
Yeah, and this is where Lindley really needs to start getting creative. He's lost a couple batters in 2 strike counts, like I mentioned earlier.
And that time he will sit him down on 3 pitches, blows a fastball past him. But not before the Vipers get 2 on the board with 2 outs to give them an early lead here heading into the bottom of the 2nd. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
And welcome back, everybody, to Youngker High School. As leading off the bottom half of the 2nd inning for Youngker will be the first baseman, number 6, David Molina. David already with 4 doubles here early on in this season. He will look to get his 5th as he takes strike 1 to try to get the Rough Riders back into this game. As the 0-1 from Breer misses down and in to even the count up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, what I've noticed so far from Buer is that he's starting the lefties out with the breaking ball often to try and get them adjusted to that. Versus the righties, he's starting them off with mostly fastballs and trying to get that backdoor breaking ball in.
As Buer missed with the 3rd pitch of the at-bat, but gets back in there on a little bit of a check swing from Molina to even it up at 2-2. Pitching backwards almost is Buer. As a 2-2 will be another fastball, 3 straight now. Molina fights that one off down the left field line. Buer will turn and deliver. And that ball's hit very well out to right field. The wind carrying that one, and David Molina, a quick answer for the Rough Riders here in the bottom of the 2nd. A leadoff solo homer to cut the deficit in half. We mentioned that the wind was blowing out to right, and David just rode that one over the right center wall.
Yeah, and as soon as Molina hit that 2-strike count, he was fouling off pitches, looking for a mistake, and he got one right over the heart of the plate and crushed it all the way into right field.
Yeah, the 2-2 breaking ball there just got a little too much plate from Buer, and Molina did not miss it. As another ball hit pretty decently to right field, but this one will remain in play and be caught by Eli Beble out there. That was number 1, Nolan Rivera at bat. And now stepping up is the pitcher, Derek Lindley. as Lindley trying to do what Buer did to him in the top half of the inning and get a base knock as he chops this one to second. Good diving stop there, but he fumbles it and sails this one. But a nice backup from the catcher. A great stop there from the second baseman, Ethan Williams, but just couldn't quite come up with it. And Lindley will have himself a single.
Yeah, great hit there by Lindley. Attacking the first pitch yet again we saw, and he'll get pinch ran for here in this one. But great job of hitting, finding that pitch, and just sending it towards the gap between first and second.
Pinch runner coming in is number 5, Enrique Cardenas. As stepping into the box now is number 12, Mason Grotto for the Rough Riders. The last 2 hitters for Youngker, both swinging at the first pitch. And Grotto will bunt this one down the third baseline. And a nice play there from the third baseman, number 14, Zacher. He picked it up in fair territory. Looked like it might have been going foul, but decided to pick it up and fire on to first. But a sac bunt from Grotto.
Yeah, and that's a textbook sacrifice bunt there. Getting it down the third baseline, giving your runner enough time to reach second, and really only play was to first, and you almost beat it out there, but at the end of the day, textbook sacrifice.
As a ugly swing there from number 13, Matthew Carroll, who's had some action in right field. And the Rough Riders will look to have the same success with their bottom of the lineup as the Vipers did to tie this one up. As the 0-1 pitch is chopped high to shortstop, and Carroll beats that one out. Not much of a play that number 13, Ronaldo Orchiola, could have right there. Just that ball was chopped very high in the air, and Carroll has good speed down the first baseline.
Yeah, and those are the hits you love to have as a speedy hitter. Chop one down the line, use your speed to beat it out. And as a shortstop, very tough play to make. You're rushing in, you're doing all you can to try and get that ball as quickly as possible and send it over. But at the end of the day, speed's usually going to win those matchups.
Yeah, really nothing Urquiola could do about that. The only good news for the Vipers is that the run did not come around to score with the ball staying in the infield. So the Rough Riders will have men on the corners here as the first pitch to the 9-hole, Macias, missed outside. That one, though, catches the zone to even it up at 1-1. Buer delivers, and a nice spot there. Macias, a little out in front, swings and misses to fall behind 1 and 2. The runner from first is on the move, but it will not matter as Macias has the fastball go right over his bat. But the leadoff home run from Molina cuts the deficit in half, as after 2, the Vipers lead the Rough Riders 2-1. We'll be right back after this break.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
And welcome back, everyone, as we begin the top half of the third with the leadoff hitter, number 12, Aaron Gutierrez, stepping up for his second at-bat today. Lindley looking to limit the pitch count, almost 30 pitches last inning, as he will turn and deliver and miss it up and in. Really good job, though, last half. by the Vipers. They got 2 outs quick, but then extended the inning as Gutierrez swings and misses to even up the count.
Yeah, it looks like Lindley's going to use Gutierrez's aggressiveness against him. Swung at, he's seen 3 pitches so far, and he swung at 2 already.
As Lindley pulls that pitch and misses for ball 2. And the 2-1 will also miss low and away as the leadoff man, Gutierrez, is now up in the count 3-1. And that is ball 4, the first walk of the day for Lindley. We'll have the leadoff man on base for the Vipers for the first time today.
Yeah, and maybe losing a bit of control there, maybe trying to paint the corners a little too much and just lost the leadoff hitter there. And the leadoff hitter is the last person you want to be walking on the team, other than the 9-hole.
Yeah. As stepping in for the second time as well as Nolan Reisel. The first pitch from Lindley is going to be bunted, popped up, foul. And Reisel will be behind 0-1. Yeah, leadoff walks to start any inning are always a bad sign as a pitcher. Those are the things that you want to limit more than anything almost.
Especially with the speedy runner now on first.
As Lindley knows that and will give Gutierrez a look back. And check over on him once again, as it looks like he is getting ready to run. Getting a nice little lead off first base, chopping the feet. Not on this pitch, though, and another bunt attempt will be missed from Reisel to fall behind 0-2. Reisel not able to execute the small ball so far this at-bat. Let's see if they will continue to have him bunt here with 2 strikes, as Lindley once again checks over on Gutierrez. The 0-2. Reisel was once again squaring, but that one missed well high. The pitch. Not scoring this time. Instead, Reisel will swing through a fastball for the first out. Good bounce back there from Lindley to get the strikeout. As stepping in now will be the 3-hole hitter, Colton Zacher. The first pitch to him is going to be hit well, grounded through the right side. The right fielder will come up and make the play. Carroll fires it in, holding Gutierrez at second base, but a nice swing there from Zacher.
Yeah, and before this game started, I said that Lindley would need to be aggressive attacking the zone, and he has done that so far, but the Vipers have also done a great job of recognizing that and attacking the plate as quickly as Lindley is attacking the zone. So they're just getting one step ahead of him so far in this one.
Yeah, a lot of first pitch swings on either side of the ball today, as Lindley will deal to the 4-hole Bodie Acton as he swings over a changeup there to fall behind 0-1.
Yeah, and a great job by starting him off the off speed. Been throwing a lot of fastballs lately. Starting with that changeup really got him out in front.
Well executed from Lindley. The 0-1 pitch now will miss up and away. The 1-1 from Lindley misses up and away once again to fall behind in the count now. And now falling behind 3-1 is Lindley, as he looks to escape a tough jam here, but not doing well so far in this at-bat. The 3-1 pitch, and he will walk. The base is loaded here in the top half of the third. And in steps the pitcher, Braxton Buer, who laced a single into center last at bat.
Yeah, and walks are just what you can't have right there. You got to attack the hitters, force them to put some in play, allow your defense to make a play. When you take it out of their hands and surrender a walk like that, you're leaving yourself with really no choice but to pitch in a pressure situation. Now you're looking at bases loaded, only one out. Gonna have corners in here in a one-run game. Middle infield's gonna be looking for a double play. Got to do whatever you can to try and induce weak contact. Maybe start with a couple pitches on the outside and then run a fastball in, or maybe you can run a couple of fastballs in and go with an off-speed on the outside.
As after that quick mound visit from the Youngker assistant coach, Lindley will look to get out of this one, trying to minimize the damage here, keep the deficit at just 1 for the Rough Riders. The first pitch to Buer, grounded down the third base line. I believe called foul. Did not see any signals from either umpire, but I think it was just outside the third base bag. Buer again, sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just gonna say that's always a tough one to call. It looks like it's hopping over the bag. Really got to tell by the runner on third there in that situation.
Buer attacking the first pitch there, as so many of these Viper hitters have today. And that one is a line drive into right field. Carroll will come up firing. And good job there from Lindley to lay out, backing up the play to make sure no other runner comes around to score. But another line drive hard hit single from Buer puts the Vipers up 3-1 now.
Yeah, and that's a textbook piece of hitting. Got the fastball on the outside corner. Knew all he could do with it is just poke it to right field, and that's exactly what he did. Puts it to right field, gets the run home, and now you still got bases loaded and one away.
Yeah, great job of hitting the ball where it was pitched there from Buer. Not trying to get out of his swing and drive home multiple runners, instead just taking what Lindley gave him. As now the first pitch is fouled off here by Urquiola. Lindley really the Vipers are really making Lindley work here. 56 pitches now through just 2 1/3 innings. As another foul ball is hit down the right field line, and it'll be 0-2 now to Urquiola.
Yeah, and Lindley still looking for that put-away pitch. Like we said earlier, a lot of two-strike counts, but a lot of two-strike battles that have gone Verrado's way. So if he can really find that punch-out pitch here, it's going to be crucial with the bases loaded.
Yeah, just really needs to start maybe going a little more out of the zone in these counts. Having good pitchers pitches. This 0-2 is once again slapped hard down the right field line by Urquiola. Lindley still controlling this count, 0-2. Looking to get the second out of this inning. As that one will be lined over the second baseman's head. Carroll will come up firing once again to second, but 2 runners will come around to score, and another RBI base hit from the Vipers. This time Urquiola will drive in 2 to extend the lead to 5-1 here in the top of the third.
Yeah, and once again, great piece of hitting. Got a little jammed on that one, fastball on the inside, but able to get his hands inside, catch the barrel of the bat with that, and just poke it to the right center gap for the RBI single.
And Golden tried to come up firing in the second base to possibly get a force out there, but in doing so allowed the runner on second to come around to score, who got a great read as Lindley gets the first pitch swing and miss here from number 8, Braden Marquise.
Yeah, Marquise already an extra base hit today.
And he will ground this one back to Lindley, who makes a nice play, fires to second for 1, turn back to first is in time, and a great play there from Lindley to help himself out and escape, but not before. The Vipers extend their lead to 5-1. We'll be right back after this break.
Sports isn't just about highlights. It's about the grind, the passion, and the journey behind every play. I'm Chrissy Harrison, a junior at Texas Southern University, and I don't just watch sports. I bring their stories to life. From rising athletes to seasoned pros, I'm there asking the real questions, capturing the raw moments, and sharing the journey with you, on the field and behind the scenes. I bring excitement to Varsity Sports Show. This is just the beginning. Stay locked in. We're just getting started.
And welcome back, everybody, as we begin the bottom half of the third inning, as the Rough Riders also return to the top half of their lineup with number 24, Riley Carteño, leading off against Braxton Brewer. The first pitch from Brewer is just off the plate. Looked like Brewer wanted that one, but home plate umpire said it was off the outside edge. That one misses way high to fall behind 0-2, or excuse me, 2-0.
Yeah, and this is exactly what the Youngker team needs. Hitters counts, try and work that pitch count, get back into this.
As that pitch is dotted on the outside corner for strike one. Carteño now, though, ahead in the count, 3-1, trying to get a leadoff walk similar to how the top half of this third inning started. And he will do just that. Carteño leads off with the walk. And the number 2 hole, also wearing number 2 on his back, Jeremiah Garcia will step into the box, as Carteño will be pinch ran for. As here in high school, your pitcher and catcher can have courtesy runners. And number 10, Joey Geraldo, heads over to first base. As Buer picks over to first base. But Geraldo is back in safely. First pitch is laced up the middle. Nice swing there from Garcia. Geraldo will just stay at second, move station to station. But a nice rope up the middle from Garcia.
Yeah, a mistake there from Buer, and Garcia takes full advantage of it, gets the fastball over in the middle, pokes it right back at him for the base hit. And now 2 runners on, and a rally could be getting started here for the Rough Riders.
As the number 3 hole hitter, Isaac Valencia, will step back into the box. First pitch to him is a curveball that he chops off the end of his bat. A decision there, interesting one from Buer to turn and fire to second, but he does get the out. Valencia safe at first, and a fielder's choice will put runners on the corners now.
Yeah, double play now in action, though, since he did go to second.
As in steps David Molina, who, of course, went yard in his last at-bat, as he takes ball 1. And he will now take ball 2. If you're Molina, you don't want to try to do too much. Obviously, you know you have the power to go yard, but don't force anything. Just try to keep the inning going. As this ball is chopped to short, and a nice pickup from the shortstop, and Molina will ground into a double play, and a great job there from Buer to escape with no runs allowed and keep the lead at 5-1 as the Rough Riders squander away the opportunity. We will be right back after this break.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
And welcome back once again as we begin the top half of the fourth inning. As number 1, Eli Beble will step into the box to be the leadoff man for the Vipers this half. As Lindley remains on the mound for the Rough Riders, gotta think he's closing in as he gets a first pitch pop up to center field, and that will be routine for the center fielder Valencia. Nice start to the inning. Nice little bounce back for Lindley.
Yeah, 1 pitch, 1 out. That's definitely what you like to see as you see your pitch count rising up. You're starting to eat the innings as you've given up runs. So 1 pitch, 1 out is the right track that Lindley needs to see moving forward.
And number 23, Ethan Williams, will come up as he will take the first pitch for a called strike. Nice job from Lindley to get in there as he will be looking to minimize his pitches as that ball is fouled off the catcher's mask of Cartano and quickly ahead of 0-2.
Yeah, and Cartano took that like a champ, dude. I've had a couple of those come back and hit me. It rattles you a bit.
Yeah, those ones sting the ears for sure. Those things have got to be ringing, you would think, for Cartano right now, as Lindley missed with the 0-2 high for ball 1. But on the 1-2 count, he will get Williams to chase a nice off-speed pitch in the dirt for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, and gets the sword there, too. You not often you really see those, and really got him so fooled on that one, way out in front of it, and just chops at it in a desperation swing. And looks like Lindley's starting to feel himself now here.
Yeah, when you're a pitcher and you see those hips fly back from the hitter, you just know you fooled him. As Gutierrez swings at the first pitch once again for the second time in 3 at-bats. And a quick 1-2-3 bounce back ending for Lindley. Nice play from Garcia to fire to first, as the Rough Riders will look to chip into this lead when we come back.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
And as we come back now to begin the bottom half of this fourth inning, Braxton Buer dealing his last few innings. We'll look to continue facing number 1, Nolan Rivera, to lead off this half. first pitch, Rivera, he will take for a called strike one. As his last at bat, he flew out on the first pitch to right field. This time going with a different approach. And the 0-1, he'll be in the dirt to even it up the count at 1-1. And Buer gets a favorable call there. Rivera not happy with that one, but he is now behind 1-2.
Yeah, beauty on the outside corner.
And the 1-2 was a curveball that's hit over at one of our cameras. And a nice job there from Colby to get out of the way.
Yeah, and a great setup pitch with that outside fastball going into that backdoor curve once again.
And he went back to the hard stuff, but missed way off the outside corner to even up the count at 2-2.
Expect another breaking ball here.
And it will be. Rivera just able to fight that one off. Good sequence there from Buer, but just a better fight from Rivera.
Yeah, great job by Rivera, able to keep his hips in that, stay back on it just to foul it off and stay alive in the count.
The 2-2 once again. And he gets Rivera chasing. He went with the high fastball off of that hook and got the swing foul tip caught by his catcher.
Yeah, like you said, off that hook, that's what all those curveballs do to you. It's when you see it coming in, you see that fastball starting high and you're expecting it to drop and it gets you to chase because you're already committing to a swing and then all of a sudden you realize, oh no, that's a fastball. I got to just commit to this.
Yeah, nice tunneling here from Buer tonight as he will deal to the pitcher Lindley, but miss up and away with the fastball. Buer delivers the 1-0 and he drops in a hook for strike one.
Again, knew that pitch was coming. Textbook tunneling there from Buer.
And he goes back to the curveball, but does not get the call on the back door. Falls behind 2-1.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of a 1-1 count after tunneling. You can really go with either one of those pitches.
As he will go back to the fastball. This ball's hit pretty well out to right center. Wynn's carrying it, but a nice running grab from the right fielder, Eli Beble, to rob the pitcher Lindley of extra bases and help his pitcher out.
Yeah, I spent most of my time in the outfield, and those plays are not easy to make. Running full sprint into the gap, leaping jump to try and get that ball, and a great job there by Beyblade to track that one down and make an outstanding running grab.
Yeah, and that just completely turns the tide of this entire inning. Instead of having a guy on second base with one out, now it's nobody on, 2 outs. And Buer gets back in with strike one. And the second pitch, number 12, Grotto, says it hits his foot, and the umpire agrees. So a 2-out base runner here for the Rough Riders trying to start a rally. And that will bring up the right fielder, Matthew Carroll.
The beat is so hard, I had to defeat it and leave it to God. So what you could with the season and all. Go off the leash and I'm feeding the dog. When demons involved, I leave it to God. I leave it to
And the first pitch to Carroll is off his hands, right over our head for foul ball and strike one.
Yeah, getting that jam shot early. Look for a curveball to hit the outside corner. You want to start that outside curveball towards the middle of the plate. So it looks like a fastball.
Buer makes a move over to first before and has Grotto diving back.
But yeah, the curveballs we've seen from Buer have mostly been hitting that inside corner to lefties, outside corner to righties.
And he comes back with another fastball, gets another jam, and quickly ahead 0-2. Now he might go with the curveball. No, instead he comes back with a fastball. It's chopped slowly up the middle. Nice play at second, and they get the runner. I don't think the runner, Grotto, expected the second baseman, Ethan Williams, to get to that ball, but he does. Flips onto the shortstop, Urquiola, to retire the side in the bottom half of the fourth, and another 0 for Buer as the Rough Riders still trail 5-1. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
And welcome back as Lindley remains on the mound for the Rough Riders once again to begin this top half of the 5th inning. He will pitch to the 2-hole hitter, number 3, Nolan Rysel, who takes ball 1. And the 1-0 now from Lindley is swung on miss. Looked like a changeup there on the outer half that had Rysel out in front. And Lindley comes back with a fastball past Rysel to get ahead 1-2.
Yeah, Lindley really starting to figure out the speed mix-up that he was trying to get established earlier in this game.
And once again, Rysel will strike out for the 2nd time tonight. Good sequence there from Lindley.
Yeah, great sequence. Starts with the changeup outside, then goes with the fastball outside, then follows it up with the breaking ball, starting in and running out. Textbook sequencing there.
As he will deal to the 3rd baseman, Zacher, and get ahead with a swing and a miss. The 0-1 now is popped sky high on the infield. The shortstop, Garcia, calls it, and he will make the play for out number 2. So Lindley really figuring things out these last couple of innings, keeping his team in it, still trailing 5-1. But he will get a first pitch ground ball to the 2nd baseman, who makes a nice play over to his right and fires on to first to retire the side. And Lindley, with back-to-back 1-2-3 innings, we head to the bottom of the 5th, still 5-1 Vipers. We'll be right back.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
And hello again, everyone. As we begin the bottom half of the 5th now with the 9-hole hitter, Damian Macias, leading off against Buer, who looks to continue his dominance. He's really just been carving these last few. Did allow the homer, but other than that, not much for the Rough Riders as Buer gets in there for strike 1. And the 2nd pitch misses outside to even up the count 1-1. Macias takes ball 2, low and in.
Yeah, and this is the key for Macias. He fell behind in the count early in his last at-bat, ended up in a strikeout. Getting ahead in batter's count is what he needs.
As he'll sky this one to center. Looks like a bad read from the center fielder, but he will come on in to make a sliding catch. That's Marquise in center field. Thought that one was hit better than it was off the bat, but still makes a nice play.
Yeah, and that's what they teach you. In the outfield, first step is always back. Marquise took a little too many steps back and had to run in and take that safety slide as he made the catch.
But once again, the leadoff man retired. The Rough Riders have only had the leadoff man on base once, and it was this man in the bottom half of the third. But he will take strike 1. Carteno now takes ball 1 way up and away. Looked like a breaking ball there that got loose for Buer. And another breaking ball will miss high as Buer falls behind. But the 2-1 he paints on the outside corner. Cartagena does not agree with the call, but it will be 2-2. And Cartagena just able to fight that one off, punches it down the right field line to hold the count at 2s.
Yeah, and a great job by Cartagena to read that breaking ball out of the hands early, know it was coming, and sit back on it to just foul it off and stay in the count.
Sometimes that's all you could do with one of those backdoor breaking balls is just foul it off. As he gets a fastball now, and a nice play there from Zacher. Throw, though, way low, will get down the right field line. Cartagena into second, maybe 3. He does start going now. The throw comes in. It will be cut off by the shortstop. And an E5 will get a little bit of a rally started here for the Rough Riders. Maybe that's the energy boost they need, just somebody in scoring position.
Yeah, and it looked like Zacher was making a great play on that one, too. And then, because the ball kind of ate him up there, and he was able to adjust, get the glove down in time, and make the throw across the diamond, but the throw just wasn't on point, and that proves to be costly as now Cartagena finds himself on third with only 1 away.
Yeah, now they look for the top lineup. Garcia, who had a nice line drive base hit in his last at-bat to deliver as he takes ball 1. And the second pitch will be on the outside corner for a called strike, and Buer will get back in the count. The 1-1 now is a curveball that's off the fist of Garcia. Urquiolo has one play to first base, and he makes it nicely. Made that one look routine, but a run will come home. That's the pinch runner, number 10, Geraldo, that comes in to score. So a little bit of a chip into this deficit, but still 2 outs and nobody on base for the Rough Riders. I feel like Buer's fine with that.
Yeah, and that's a great job by Garcia. Finding a pitch he knows he can do something with. Gets it in on the hands, but he knows he can put it in play. Puts it in play, gets a weak little dribbler to short, and is able to get the RBI from it.
As the first pitch is fouled off by Valencia. And a sword there from Buer, or excuse me, from Valencia on the 0-1 pitch from Buer. The 0-2 now, looking to end the inning, will miss just low. Good spot, though.
And that's a very mature take there from Valencia, recognizing that curveball as he's seen it a bunch in this game.
And the 1-2 pitch is a fastball that Valencia offers at, and that will retire the side. So through 5, the Rough Riders trail the Valencia Viper, or Verrado Viper, excuse me, 5-2. We'll be right back.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
And welcome back, everyone, as we begin the top half of the sixth with another pitcher versus pitcher matchup, as Lindley will remain in the game. He's done a nice job recovering after things got away from him in the second and third, but he's had 2 clean innings in a row, and now he comes out for the sixth to face Buer, who fouls the first pitch off. And now Lindley will turn and fire the 0-1 pitch in. And a swing and miss from Buer over top of a changeup. As I mentioned, just Lindley, really nice job just calming down, not letting things get away from him. They are still trailing 5-2, but he's really dialed things back in. But he will miss outside there. And that's really what his team needed.
Yeah, exactly. You want to try and limit the damage. Put a Band-Aid over the bleeding, one might say.
As Lindley gets the backwards K there on Buer to begin the top half of the sixth.
Yeah, and you really like seeing Lindley settle into his own. And not only helps the team, get back into it, but it also helps the manager with pitch count, or not pitch count, but saving pitchers for future games and, day-to-day rests.
As the first pitch here from Lindley is a called strike. And yeah, saving pitchers always a big thing. These guys play each other once again later on this week on Thursday. So making sure that they don't see as many of the same arms throughout the week is a big, big part of the game plan for both teams. As Lindley will deliver to Urquiola and miss inside for ball 2. This one's tapped off the cap of the bat from Urquiola, and that will even things up once again. And the 2-2 from Lindley. Looked like almost a cross up there, as the catcher Cartano looked like he was going to block it, but caught the fastball right above the dirt.
Yeah, if you look there, that is indeed a cross-up.
But Lindley will come right back and get another backwards K here in the sixth, 2 straight to begin the inning, as Urquiola thought that was ball 4, but instead he walks back to the dugout instead of to first base.
Yeah, and going back to that, you're going to see cross-ups from time to time in high school baseball. You don't have that pitch comm technology, so usually communicating the pitches will be a little tough.
As Lindley throws another first pitch strike to the number 7 hole hitter, number 8, Braden Marquise. And the 1-0 is also in there. And quickly ahead 0-2 is Lindley. Trying to have another 1-2-3 inning. Lindley misses just up and away. Thought he might have had his 3rd backwards K of the inning, but instead Marquise has a nice take to get the count to 1-2. And after that take, he puts one into center, but that will hang up with the win for the center fielder, Valencia. A nice play, and 9 straight retired for Lindley. And we will head to the bottom of the 6th. Still a 5-2 deficit for the Rough Riders as they look to crawl back into it.
Sports isn't just about highlights. It's about the grind, the passion, and the journey behind every play. I'm Chrissy Harrison, a junior at Texas Southern University, and I don't just watch sports, I bring their stories to life. From rising athletes to seasoned pros, I'm there asking the real questions, capturing the raw moments, and sharing the journey with you, on the field and behind the scenes. I bring excitement to Varsity Sports Show. This is just the beginning. Stay locked in. We're just getting started.
And as we begin this bottom half of the sixth inning, Buer will once again come out to face the 4-hole hitter, David Molina, who of course had the solo shot earlier in the game in the bottom half of the second. The first pitch from Buer will miss up and in. And Buer really being economic with his pitch count today. Only at 70 pitches so far as we begin this sixth inning. And that's what you mentioned at the beginning of the game was a key. Was people throwing strikes and getting ahead in the count.
Yeah, exactly. And Buer's been doing that very well so far in this one and really attacking these hitters on the Youngker side.
As that one is in for the strike, Molina stared at a fastball over the heart of the plate. And the pitch will be taken off the outside corner for ball 2. And this one is off of the fists of Molina, but it will just loop into center field. Nobody had to play. A good effort from the second baseman, Williams, but there was no way he was ever getting to that ball.
Yeah, and that's one of those hits you love to see as a hitter, hate to see as a pitcher. Little jam shot in on the hands. You did everything you can do as a pitcher, but at the end of the day, it's just that little muscle job that gets it over, and those are the rally starters for teams.
Yeah, you know, when you're in a 2-strike count, you're just trying to do anything to find a way on base, and Molina does just that as the 5-hole hitter, Rivera, squares the bunt but does not make contact. And the 0-1, another square, and another miss from Rivera, falling behind 0-2 on 2 unsuccessful bunt attempts.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous bunt attempt there. It looks like he dropped the barrel of the bat on that curveball, so if he made contact, he might have popped that up. So lucky he didn't make contact there.
The 0-2 now is grounded to second base. Slow roller for Williams. Turn to first is not in time. Just not enough on that ground ball. A good turn from the middle infield once again, who have already turned a double play tonight. But Rivera able to beat that one out.
Yeah, good job by Rivera using his wheels to beat that one out. And honestly, not the worst case scenario. You're trying to bunt the runner over. At the end of the day, it's just a fielder's choice. So you do have a little more speed on first in this case as well.
As the pitcher, Lindley, steps in once again. And Buer will kick and fire to first just to give Rivera, let him know that he's there. As the Verrado Vipers do have some guys headed down to the bullpen, possibly for the 7th inning. Not sure if they want Buer to keep going.
Yeah, and Rivera's picking up that pickoff move a little late. If Buer can get one right on target, might be trouble.
As the first pitch from Buer to the dish misses inside to his counterpart on the mound, Lindley. And now on the move, a hit and run. This ball looks like it's landing. Rivera did have to hold up. He wasn't sure if the left fielder Gutierrez was going to get there. But a little bit of a hit and run from the Rough Riders, trying to work some small ball in here to get back into this game, and they will have guys on first and second now.
Yeah, and that's great. That's great base running there by Rivera. You see the ball go in there. Your first instinct is to freeze. He froze very close to second base, knowing the ball was to left field with an opportunity to be caught. So that when it did fall, it was just a couple steps to the bag.
As a pinch runner will come on once again for Lindley. And now the second baseman, Verrado, will step in once again and take strike one.
And a beautiful looping curve there, just dropped right into the zone.
Yeah, Bure's had that thing working all night for him. And that, once again, using that same tunnel to blow the fastball right past him on the up and away corner. Grotto behind 0-2, looking to help the Rough Riders get back into this. The pitch from Bure, a curveball that he chases in the dirt, and a quick strikeout from Grotto is exactly what Bure was looking for that at bat.
Yeah, and, you know, 2-strike count, you're trying to protect, but that's just a bad one to chase. The tunneling has been amazing on the other side, though, for Bure, and that's really been what's the key for his pitching so far.
And now Bure gets the lefty-lefty matchup with the right fielder, Matt Carroll, as the catcher, or the throw back from the catcher, Rysel, gets over the head of Bure, but nobody advances. And that one gets away from the catcher, Rysel, off his glove. Should go down as a wild pitch, though. That ball was very up and in, and both guys move up 90 feet.
Yeah, and, you know, that's one you got to have as a catcher. Even though it is a wild pitch, it's very up and away. Once it hits your glove, you have no excuse for missing that one.
As this ball is popped up down the left field line, maybe a play in foul territory. Nope, as nobody is close enough, as Carroll will have another life to drive in 2 runners and cut the deficit for the Rough Riders. That 2-1 pitch now from Bure. Misses well inside. Late reaction there from Carroll, but he does get out of the way. The bottom of this order trying to clutch up, just like the bottom of the Viper order did in the top half of the second inning. A nice pitch there from Bure on the outside corner to get this to a full count.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does on the payoff pitch here.
If you're a Bure, what would you go to?
I'd go with that off speed, the curveball. It's been working all day.
He doesn't. He goes fastball and just misses on the outside corner. Bure wanted the call, but does not get it. As now the Rough Riders will send up a pinch hitter. Number 15, Miguel Valenzuela, will come into the game for the left fielder, Macias. And this is quite the pressure spot for your first at-bat of the game for Valenzuela.
Yeah, Valenzuela. Here's scratch at Macias. First pitch, swinging, going to foul that one off, but, you know, he's had a couple good at-bats, still 0 for 2 on the day. You know, got the strikeout in the second, the flyout in the fifth, and really he's been putting bat on ball and had good contact with that flyout in his last at-bat, so look for him to try and just get a little more on top of it, shoot it right up the middle on the ground.
I believe you did have it correct the first time. I believe this is number 15, Miguel Valenzuela Delgado at the dish.
My
Pinch hitting.
apologies.
No worries. But he swings and misses, falling behind 0-2. The Rough Riders need a clutch at bat. As a nice take there on the curveball. Bure wants the call. Some heckles from the crowd as well. But that will not change anything. A good take there from Valenzuela. Trying to extend the inning. Cut into the lead. But instead, Bure will get the strikeout, hype up his dugout. Valenzuela swings right over top of it. And the Rough Riders load the bases but can't scratch any across. They will continue to trail 5-2 as we head to the last inning of this game.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
And welcome back once again as we begin the top of this 7th inning. A nice job there to finish out the 6th from Bureau to bear down and keep the lead at 5-2 for Verrado. And now they will have a chance to get some insurance runs here with the 8-hole Eli Beble leading off. Lindley once again returns to the mound for Youngker, and he misses down and in with his first pitch.
Yeah, I like starting off the off speed though, because like we said, he's found his groove.
As that off-speed pitch was hanging, and a nice job of just slapping it the other way from Beble for a leadoff base knock.
Yeah, and that's always the fear with going back-to-back off speed, giving him the same look twice. If it works, you've got, you know, a great opportunity for a punch-out pitch, but if not, you surrender a base hit like that, and, you know, now they got a base runner to start the inning.
In steps the 9-hole hitter, Ethan Williams, who is already 0 for 2 on the day. He will square to bunt and foul that one through the catcher, Carteño's legs. Both teams trying to play some small ball, but we've seen 4 guys square to bunt tonight, and only one of them able to get it down. So just poor execution on either side. Hasn't hurt Verrado yet, but it has hurt Youngker. As the runner, Beble in motion, but Williams fouls that one back for strike 2.
Yeah, and Lindley finding that fastball groove again. That's kind of what he relied on to get him through those quick innings. So good to see him going right back to that.
Runner not in motion on the 0-2. And Williams takes strike 3. Not sure if he knew it, but it was called strike 3, and he is retired for the first out in the 7th.
8th strikeout of the game there for Lindley, and he's just been racking them up ever since he settled in after giving up those runs.
I believe 4 of them are looking as well, so fooling these hitters as of late. As he will check over on the runner Beble, who was stealing on one pitch last at bat, so always smart to keep him out of scoring position. As we return once again to the top of the order, Gutierrez, Beble in motion, and Carteño throws an absolute dime to second base. And Beble is cut down trying to get into scoring position, and a swing and miss as well. 2 outs, 0-1 count. How things changed very quickly for Verrado.
Yeah, and a beautiful, once again, beautiful pop, beautiful throw right on the money, looking like Yadier Molina throwing that one down to second base.
Yeah, great job from Carteño as Gutierrez fouls that one back and quickly out 0-2. The pitch from Lindley is popped up, shallow right fielder, and it will be caught by the right fielder, Carroll, to retire the side once again. And in the final 4 innings of the game, Verrado only sent 12 men to the dish, but they still lead 5-2. Can Youngker get any runs across? Let's see when we come back.
Sports isn't just about highlights. It's about the grind, the passion, and the journey behind every play. I'm Chrissy Harrison, a junior at Texas Southern University, and I don't just watch sports. I bring their stories to life. From rising athletes to seasoned pros, I'm there asking the real questions, capturing the raw moments, and sharing the journey with you. On the field and behind the scenes, I bring excitement to Varsity Sports Show. This is just the beginning. Stay locked in. We're just getting started.
And welcome back, everyone, as we are still seeing warm-up pitches from Buer here before the bottom half of the 7th, and just a great job from Buer today.
Yeah, exactly. He's been dealing all game, looking to complete the game himself, go the full 7 innings, and why shouldn't he? He's been dealing on the mound. Gave up that mistake homer in the 2nd, and a bit of a rally in the 5th. So looking to get the complete game under his belt, get the win, and like we said earlier, the tunneling has been his key to success today.
Yeah, Buer really just honestly dominating this Rough Rider team today. 6 strikeouts, 2 free passes, and 2 runs on the board, but one of them unearned. Other than that, he might have allowed like 4 or 5 hard hit balls all game.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're tunneling pitches like he has been all night, no cross up so far, and he's been on the same page with Reisel the whole game, and just done a great job at inducing weak contact and getting the pitchers out in front of his pitches.
But on the other side, if you're Youngker, this is who you want at the dish. You have the top of the order leading off here to start the 7th, as Carteño will step in against Buer. The first pitch is a nice curveball that he drops in for strike 1. And another curveball is slapped to the right side. Nice pickup on the back end by the first baseman, but the throw gets past Buer. Not sure if he was there in time anyway. And a leadoff knock for the Rough Riders. Getting the rally going is Carteño.
Yeah, and that's a tough pitch, or that's a tough play for the pitcher to make, as Buer's trying to run over there. He didn't know if Acton was going to be able to make the play by himself, and kind of hesitated before running over to first. But at the end of the day, this is what gets, like I said last game, this is what gets rally started, and this is exactly what the Rough Riders need.
Yeah, the leadoff man on base. Now let's see what they do with their 2-hole Garcia, who is 1 for 3 on the day, had a nice single. And the first pitch he'll swing at, get jammed to right field, and an easy catch there for Beyblade. The wind is blowing pretty hard right now, but Beyblade able to retire Garcia for the first out. And I wonder what your take is. Down in the 7th inning, do you want your guy swinging at the first pitch?
No, you got to see some pitches. This guy's been on the mound all day. You got to work his pitch count, get his arm a little tired, see some pitches, and, find that mistake that you're going to eventually get.
As it is quickly a 1-1 count after a first pitch ball, and they foul back from the 3-hole Valencia, looking for his first hit of the day. Slow delivery from Buer. Runner is on the move, and he is in there at second base. Nice job there from the pinch runner, Verrado, to steal second. As Buer went with a little Cueto-esque high leg kick and missed with the curveball, and the runner takes second. Valencia looking to trade places here with the runner on second, but instead he will take a called strike up and away, and the count is once again even.
Yeah, talk about paint. That was perfectly on the outside, up and out corner.
2-2 from Buer. Drops a curveball in. This is popped up down the left field line. Wins holding it, but it will get into foul territory. Count will remain at 2-2. Good fight there from Valencia. Got the curveball that started at his face almost, and broke into the middle of the zone, but able to foul it off. Beer delivers once again, and he has really wanted some of these calls the last couple innings, has not been getting them, but the umpire has been consistent, and it's a full count to Valencia.
Yeah, that's really a tough pitch there, and, you know, that could go either way.
As this ball's hit well to left field, carrying with the wind, and it will one-hop the wall, kick off the very top of the wall. Valencia will do just what I said in trade places, driving in a run and giving the Rough Riders hope here with the tying run coming to the dish.
Yeah, and what a great piece of hitting. Sat back on that pitch, drove it to left field, and I thought it had enough to get out of here, but wind kind of keeping it in a little bit. Got it right down on the warning track, hits off the wall. Now this is a 2-run ball game with a runner in scoring position, tying run at the plate.
Yeah, and it looks like head coach Rick Skinner comes out to the mound here. Not sure if he wants to go to the bullpen or not. They do have men in the pen getting loose. We'll see what he decides. With David Molina coming up, who already has a home run today. If he could find a way to do it again with the wind carrying even harder than it was earlier to straightaway right, he'll be able to tie this game up. And Skinner will stick with his guy. Buer has probably earned this with how he's pitched tonight, so he's going to trust him to get the last 2 outs. As Molina steps in, lefty-lefty matchup versus Buer. First pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Buer. The 0-1. He pulls a curveball and a great block from the catcher Rysel to hold the man at second base. Great job there. Those are the little things that might not show up in a box score, but definitely make a difference.
Yeah, great play by Rysel, fully shifting his body into the right-handed batter's box to make that block.
And a nice pitch there from Buer once again on the inside corner that time. Gets him ahead 1-2 on Molina. And Buer just sticks with the gas and blows it right past him for the second out of the inning. He went to the curveball against Molina earlier today and he went yard, but this time he stuck with the four-seam. And now it looks like head coach Rick Skinner will come out and take the ball for the righty-righty matchup, I believe. But what a job from Buer today.
Yeah, 6.2 innings, 3 allowed. What a great performance, though. Got the K's going, got the tunneling working perfectly, and, you know, you can't be upset with that performance at the end of the day.
Yeah, it looks like they will go to the third baseman, Colton Zacher, I believe, for this last out of the inning. Zacher has pitched quite a bit this year. He's been pretty dominant for Verrado. He's thrown 11 2/3 innings and has 20 strikeouts in that time to only 5 walks. Unless it is somebody else. No, they're going to Rysel. The former catcher will come into the game. So Rysel will come on to pitch here, and he will be searching for the final out of the ball game.
The advantage of being a catcher coming in to pitch, you know the zone. You know what the umpire's been calling all day, and you know where you need to put it in order to get the win here.
So Rysel, he's been behind the dish all day, but now he'll step onto the mound looking for the save with a tying run coming to the plate once again.
And it looks like Zach Murmis is coming in to catch for the Vipers.
And I believe they moved the pitcher, Buer, into left field, and Gutierrez has come out of the game. So the man that it will be up to for Youngker will be Nolan Rivera, who's had a good day today. Has hit some balls well. Doesn't have a hit, unfortunately, but has put together some quality at-bats, and now he looks to extend the game.
Yeah, and he's reached base on the fielder's choice that came in the 6th inning. And, you know, like you said, put up some quality at-bats. Hasn't been able to find that ball through the gap to land and go in his favor. So, redemption at-bat here, some would say he's due.
As the pressure just continues to heighten as Rysel continues his warm-up pitches, trying to find the zone. He has looked a little bit wild, as his catcher, Mermis, will come out and tell him to just settle down, trust his stuff. All he needs is 1 out.
Yeah, and these are always the most nerve-wracking saves to come in for. You know, you feel like because there's so much less work you have to do, there's so much more pressure on you. So it's always the tough ones trying to come in and just get that 1 out.
And this is where your relationship with the catcher is very big. Like Mermis coming out there, maybe crack a joke, just tell him, you know, get him in a lighter mood, ease that pressure a little bit, and just let him do his thing. As Rivera steps up to the plate now with 2 away here in the bottom half of the 7th, trailing by 2 runs. The first pitch from Rysel is in there for strike 1. That's might be as big a pitch of the day as strike 1 to this batter.
Always.
The runner, Valencia, at second, getting a pretty large lead, but Rysel not worried about him too much as he gets ahead 0-2 now on that foul ball from Rivera. Rysel looks in, gets the sign, comes set. 2 strikes, 2 outs here, bottom 7. And he dots one on the outside corner. Rivera can't do anything but stare at it. And that will be the ball game as the Verrado High School Vipers will take this one 5-3 from Youngker in a very competitive game. Came down to the wire, but a nice save from Rysel. As once again, I've been Connor Palick here with my partner Brady Hanson. Thank you all for joining us. Have a good night.